Alright, so my neighbor Marnice brings me incredible joy. About as much joy as the koi. Quick cameo of the new koi. She brings me incredible amounts of joy, and as I'm leaving work today, I stop work. I stop and I'm like, friends don't let friends have empty tanks that need plants. She's my girl. It's my backyard. Her yard is over there. And what I love about Marnice is that she just gets real into stuff, like really, like myself. She gets real into stuff, and when she gets real into stuff, she just goes at it all out. So I said, hey, I got some plants for you. She was out. She's like, hang on, I'm getting some stuff. She grabbed a bunch of Flu Vault filter stuff, and like, she's all about it. Actually, she wouldn't want to be pushy about it, but I guarantee I could have stayed over like later the one night and deck the whole tank out. But I'm trying to be hands off on this because it's just pure joy for me to watch her do it. Also because it's her tank and I don't like to like take over people's tanks. But I'm getting like beginner joy watching her rock it out in her tank. So this is super exciting for me. Just a couple of random grabs, a couple of snatch and grabs, and Marnice just dirted her tank and we're gonna have some fun. So my house is over there. Marnice's house is over here. Oh yeah. What are you doing, Marnice? I had to get out of my car and bust back into the greenhouse today because I almost forgot about you.
Oh.
No, for real. I was like, oh crap, I got some stuff. So I grabbed. These are like these are my picks, so whatever. Like you don't have to take these, but I brought some that I think are cool and whatever you want to do.
Aww,
so
come in.
All right, what's up, kitty? So.
Come in.
Oh, how's it going?
Good. Devin's
up,
awake. He had his surgery this morning.
I see that. Devin, I'll spare you the video, brother.
He's looking good.
So the tank got cleared.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
It took less than 24 hours.
What did you do? Did you do any water changes?
How
big of a water change you do?
Not very big. I just did this gray bucket.
How far? Oh.
So this is like 5 gallons.
For
maybe?
Real? Oh, that's less than that. That's
well, what happened was it cleared in less than 24 hours. I sent you the pictures of it clearing fairly quickly. And then my fish started hovering towards the top. I didn't have the bubbler in there. And so I just tied it to a rock and zip tied it.
That's fine, yeah.
Because, you know, I hate things that float.
Sure.
And so then I did a sample of the water and it was high in nitrite.
Okay.
And so I did a water change. I just changed like 5 gallons of it and put in your powdered.
Right, you gotta use the dechlor for sure, especially this time of year.
Yep, and I did a little bit, just an ammonia, little drop of that, and then now they're perky.
Okay.
So they liked it.
Did you lose any fish?
Nope, they're all still alive.
All right, well,
See,
awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, they're all still
That's
there.
great. And just a little bit of a water change too. Wow, so you kicked the filter on, got some oxygen going.
Yeah, and you know, my filter doesn't work that great.
Right.
So it really didn't take that long.
Right.
If I'd had a full power.
Well, so check this out. This is a little kung fu tip here. Your filter not working great means it's probably loaded like down with like muck and fish poo and all that. But that's probably filthy filters are a good thing because of all of our beneficial bacteria living and growing and doing really well back in there. So the beneficial bacteria in your filter, even though it's barely running right now and we can certainly get that going, that's probably a better move, letting it sit and run and be kind of slow. I mean, it's clogged, right? But like the stuff that's in there clogging it is bacteria that is making the ammonia, nitrate cycle come back around faster. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah, they're perfectly happy now.
Yeah, they're super pumped. All right, dude, you want to see what I brought for you?
Yeah. And then can we set up the bubble thing first so we don't disturb your plant?
Sure. What'd you buy?
I realized I needed to replace these.
Okay.
It's it's supposed to help the motor, protect the motor.
Just so you know, that's an FX series. You got a 404.
Do I have the English version facing you?
No, you're fine. You're good. This is a different thing. We can make this work though, because it'll all just fold in.
Yeah,
there.
Mine's a 20. Mine's a 270
or 207, something like that. But this stuff will work. Yeah.
And then I bought some more of this stuff.
Okay. Perfect.
We're
only going to use a little bit of that in there because that has the bacteria. That's where the bacteria lives. But good stuff. This pad will do you more good. This you did the right thing with the airstone. Let me see that airstone there. So that's the style I like.
And it's weighted.
Yeah.
You know, because I hate things that don't stay on the bottom when I want them to sink.
All right.
And so I bought some tees.
Oh, look at you.
Because my one fish likes playing in this giant bubble thing. I didn't want to take it away from him. So I'm going to try and tee off that and put the airstone kind of in the back. Mm-hmm. Is that too much oxygen for the plants?
All right. I'm going to tell this right to the camera. There's no such thing as too much gas exchange in a planet aquarium. Okay? A large percentage of atmospheric air is actually nitrogen. Plants like nitrogen. That's the long-winded version of no. 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 I'm sorry I have to do this to you. Marnice, what did you do with your other airstone?
So I got a little ghetto with my air thing here because I had some tank rage and I threw the little airstone, because it wouldn't sink, the bastard. I was like,
the big one that was just in the last video you threw away. All right.
Yeah, I had some tank rage.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I think it's fabulous.
So then I felt bad for my fish, and I just zip tied it to the rock.
That's all. Well, listen, the ghetto is good. Whatever works for you works. I just thought that was hilarious. So
innovative, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Innovative.
The fact that you had tank. What caused the tank rage? Was it it didn't sink? Was that the?
Yes.
That's fine.
Because I kept putting this on, and it kept coming off, and the thing would float back up. And after about 2 times, you're done. That's it for that.
All right. Hilarious. Where do you want you're doing this strictly because one of your fish loves the big bubbles.
Yeah.
So I was going to try to put your little airstone off of that and go over. Little airstone's now gone. Where would you like the big one?
I think I want to put it more towards this side over here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do it like this.
Like the bigger bubbles here,
and then your tank. You can do whatever you want. I'm not even gonna get my hands wet in this episode.
Okay. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to change my clothes.
So
again. How many different outfits could I have in the same video?
That's a whole nother sweet video we could just make of Marnice fashion. Like this is my 7 a.m. outfit. This is my 7 p.m. This is my 8 p.m.
What do I do?
What do you do? All right. Well, first you tee it. So you tee it, and then we'll tee it, and then we'll add one of these little valves to either end, and then we'll adjust accordingly of how much flow we want out of either one. Yeah. So we're gonna stick a tee in there. Correct.
Okay.
So we have the blue. This is the tee you bought. Say that again. Yeah, the tee there.
Yeah. I used to have a stone, but that went out the window. So I've got the air thing zip tied to a rock because I hate when it floats and I want it to sink. So I figured a rock would sink. So I zip tied it on there and I can cut that little piece off.
Yeah, whatever.
And so we're going to turn this upside down so all the air doesn't come out here.
Which is why we have this valve here so we can shut, because otherwise the air, if we put the air on here and run it this way, the air is going to take the path of least resistance and going to come out this way. So this way we can like shut this down a little bit right here, and then we'll turn that down. The air will come out this big guy right here out the back. So we're going to get this in here, run the tube around the back.
That'll be really nice.
And have it going. So I'm going to go this way. Remember how I said I wasn't going to get my hands wet? That's too much fun. Oh no, this is going to be a little
long.
Well, that's fine, because we're going to get in there and adjust, so we can go long. And
do you want me to cut? Oh, yeah, there's my rock.
Your rock with your fish. Your one friend likes to swim in there, so.
Yeah. He, they think the fish are not interesting pets, but this fish figured out that he could swim into that and just kind of float up on the bubbles and just got into a cycle of doing it over and over again.
So I'm slowly turning this off. Because our friend over here is going to bubble a little bit.
I have more rocks. Should we go get rocks and pour them on top? Oh, look how great that looks.
I'm going to get this in here. We're going to slowly dig it out here.
Oh, yeah, that's looking good. Do you need to put...
You need to do nothing, but... Patiently. We're going to cloud the tank with the airstone, Marnice. But we're going to...
Look at the fish already in that. Over there.
The problem is the airstone is going to want to go to the easiest path, and that easiest path, ooh, it's coming, is need to get this end down so it goes to all the way to the other end. There we go.
Oh yeah, good.
So I brought you another one of these because this is where the rubber meets the road with the dirted tank because any nastiness on leaves we just remove. So I'm gonna just pluck these off. Now what's awesome about these plants that you've had, this plant was in here before.
Yeah, that plant is like a year and a half old.
So this plant is getting a new lease on life because it's a heavy root feeder. All Econodorus or all Amazon swords, any type of sword is a heavy root feeder. And guess what we got now to feed them? We got the dirt. So this plant, I am going to go on record here on April 28th, the time of this being filmed, that this thing in the year is just going to be a monster.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be so cool. And what's fun about it is you can watch the vein in it, and that little vein right there is going to be dark green. And I'm doing the plant some good right now by trimming it all back. So this is all like not going to come back. So if a leaf is ugly, it's gone. It's done. Like they just make new ones. Humans, we got to hang on to our limbs. But that's all donezo. So
thank you.
That's done. But this plant, Marnice, is going to go bonkers. And actually I brought you a sword so you could see another variety. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
wow.
My sword. So I guess it's kind of plant time.
Okay. It's sexy light, right?
It's a standard double right there.
Has it got all the light that I need for my plants too? Is it the Spectrum Man?
No, there's no such thing. This light provides us correct spectral composition for your lights. However, there's no such thing as like all the right light. You know what I mean? Like I got a greenhouse, not a warehouse. Light. Plants like light. Like just, you know, we got good lighting, but we've also got daylight, lighted up. That's the thing everybody wants to like cheap out on too. Like you gotta spend the cash on the light.
Yeah. I was happy to. Because really in the winter, that's what makes me so happy is to come in here after work. It's so dark outside and just sit by my fish tank and chillax.
Winter is fish tank season
Yeah,
for a reason.
and I like the light.
I'm gonna get this back on here. The shortened airline.
Thank you.
So this is the rub with the dirty tank. It's not quite as clean because you're gonna have.
Every time you rustle it, it's gonna kick up.
But you know it gets better, and you can add more gravel on top to reduce that.
Yeah, I saved all that gravel. It's still out there in that tub.
So do we still have our big air tubing going? Yes, we do. And the fish are gonna love that, and the plants are gonna love that.
It's like a little playground for them. They're gonna like that.
So.
And visually, once it clears up, it'll be so much more interesting. I love that.
Would you
Great,
like
thank
to
you.
try
I'm ready
some
for plants.
All right, this folks is just a random grab, snatch and grab, 530. I'm going to drop these in the tank. I'm not going to, you're doing the scaping.
Okay.
There's no, all
Can I
right.
leave the rock on
You can do whatever you want to do.
to make sure they sink?
This is your, oh yeah, you can. I recommend you take it off once they get rooted though.
Okay.
But for
Ooh,
now.
I like those.
Oh,
What's
that
one?
is Ludwigia triple red.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Look at
and
the color.
it is such a great plant. Red, like easy to grow. Does really well. It's an easy variety. This plant is growing in the creek behind. The cousin of this plant, Ludwigia ripens, is growing in the creek behind.
Where the
Lafayette
kids
High
go
School.
play?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And that creek back there, I run by it all the time. It's
Oh,
growing.
wow.
This
Really?
Yeah, a variety of this plant. Now it's not the, triple red variant, but
Yeah.
that's a fun
Oh,
one.
look how pretty.
This one,
Thank you.
dude, my pleasure. I was like, hold up, and I ran out to the car. I was like, I gotta hook up Marnice. So, this is Myriophyllum matagrossens, and it gets super duper fluffy. I take that back. This is scabratum.
Oh, look, it looks like a tail.
Yeah, I know you like. If I'm not mistaken, you like fluffy
do
plants.
like fluffy
All right,
plants.
cool. So. That's a fun one that's not going to show up too good. And this is a plain Jane water sprite right here. This we can grow above. You need to come out to the greenhouse and see one of these given to me by my guy Robert Steinbach. I have one of these that's almost as big as your couch.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's a water sprite. That's a fast nitrite absorbing plant that you can float, you can sink, you can tie to a rock, tie it in a bow, throw it over your shoulder.
Wow.
Like it's just ready to go.
So the taller plants need to go in the back, right? So
Yes.
that I can put the shorter ones in front.
Ideally, unless you're trying to create some depth. Now, this is an Amazon sword, plain Jane.
Oh.
It might be actually a
Look
kind
how
of.
big your plants are.
Yeah.
Your plants are massive.
It's like I have a greenhouse or something,
Yeah. Look how healthy.
It's also my job. So if I came over here with some bum plants, there'd be some problems.
I would still think that's awesome.
I'm gonna tell you, sister, this plant.
Look at that.
They're probably
Those are the same.
I think so, yeah.
One was grown in dirt and one was grown in rock.
This was actually not grown in dirt originally. This one is gonna, the example here is this little guy is gonna be so big, so fast, because it's just like eating and eating and eating as much as it wants. That has big roots, that's gonna grow. I would actually get those far apart. Like, I'm not gonna tell you where to do what or anything.
Okay, well I don't know. You know what they look like when they're done.
Well, but
So I can put these fluffy ones
this
over
was
here.
just grab Marnice 4 plants
Thank you.
and run. You have to come out to pick out the rest though.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture once I get them all planted.
Cool.
Look at the fish.
So the
Aww.
fish are gonna be pumped, and then this is actually gonna help clear the water and all that. So this is just me dropping some
Starting.
plants on you as a friend.
Thank you.
You got it, dude. My pleasure. You're a riot with this. Oh, at the back door waiting.
I'm so
This guy's
grateful.
gonna love it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at him. He's already in there.
That's a cool barb right there. A little rosy barb. I'm so glad.
Now, these
I
these
bought you
turned-
some of these, didn't I, one time?
These
Yeah, I remember.
turned even more orange after being in the
Oh
Home Depot
yeah,
bucket.
cherry barbs are great.
Do they just take on whatever colors
We need to
around
get
them?
you some ladies. Those are, I think those are all males, and I think the females are orange. Oh, there's some. Never mind.
Do we have both?
Yeah, you got both. You're good. Those are fun fish.
They school.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they'll get enough. They'll start racing each other all around. I need to get a friend for that yellow one.
And we just got to put your sweetheart daughter on camera too, because she helped me with my brakes the other day.
Yes.
Oh, she did. She's pumping the brakes. So,
Cool.
yeah, it's fun.
you.
You got it, dude. To be continued. Pleasure's mine.
Dustin?
And here's a shot 1 month later. The water sprite went nuts. The sword, as predicted, went crazy. The red tiger lotus going nuts. I don't know what happened to the Luigia there. But yeah, that's the dirt impact right there. Full monster growth. Literally almost a month to the day. Boom.